The blizzard came fast, furious, and without mercy. Jake Monroe had just shut the garage for the night, grease still on his hands, the heat from his last coffee barely lingering in the cup when the emergency sirens screamed across town. A mechanic by trade, a single dad by fate, Jake was the kind of man who fixed things: engines, broken fences, scraped knees, and sometimes, even broken hearts. But nothing in his life had prepared him for what came next. The call came from Marlene, the town's dispatcher, her voice crackling through the radio he still kept on his workbench. All available hands. Medical emergency at Hollow Ridge. Snowed in. Chopper grounded in Fairview. No pilots available. Jake's heart stalled. Hollow Ridge. That's where his daughter's best friend, Lily, lived. The girl who had just survived surgery but still needed medication or her body would reject the transplant. The roads were gone, buried under 6 feet of snow. No trucks were getting through. No rescue team could hike in. No one could fly. Except, maybe him. Once upon a time, before wrenching bolts and bedtime stories, Jake had been a combat search and rescue pilot in the Army. He'd walked away from that life after his wife's accident. Too much pain. Too much risk. Too many nights staring at the sky, wondering if he could have saved her if he had flown just a little faster. He hadn't touched a helicopter in 9 years. He paced. His fingers twitched, remembering the feel of the stick. But then he looked at the picture on his desk, his daughter, Emma, and Lily hugging in front of a school project about heroes. Heroes. Jake had never felt like one. But tonight, he had no choice. The town's backup chopper, a weathered bird used mostly for fire patrols, sat in the hangar behind the police station. Jake got clearance within minutes, because no one else could fly it. He didn't tell Emma what he was about to do. He just whispered, "I'll be back," kissed her forehead, and left a note on the kitchen table. The storm was already howling when he lifted off. Visibility? Nearly zero. Instruments? Flickering at best. His stomach clenched with every gust of wind that shoved the bird sideways. He wasn't flying by numbers anymore, he was flying on gut, instinct, and prayer. Halfway there, the wind howled louder than the blades. Icing threatened to seize up the rotors. The radio went dead. Jake's breaths grew shorter, tighter, as memories crept in: the last flight, the crash, the explosion, the scream that had haunted his dreams for years. He gritted his teeth and fought through them. "Not today," he growled. "Not this time." Below, Hollow Ridge was buried in white silence. But Jake saw it, a flicker of light from a lantern in the snow. He circled, found the only clear patch big enough to land, and brought the chopper down so hard he thought he'd snap the skids. But they held. So did he. The family ran out with Lily wrapped in blankets, her mother sobbing in relief. Jake helped them in without a word. Time was the enemy now. He didn't wait to exhale, just throttled up and punched through the dark. The return was worse. The storm had thickened, angry and unrelenting. The chopper dipped hard as an updraft slammed it sideways. Lily whimpered. Jake checked her vitals, heart pounding. She was pale. She needed that medicine now. He closed his eyes for a heartbeat and pictured his wife's face, soft, warm, brave. "You always land it, Jake," she used to say. Somehow, he did. The moment the skids kissed down at the town clinic, medics rushed in, took Lily, and rushed her inside. Jake stumbled from the cockpit, numb with cold, soaked in sweat, and dropped to his knees in the snow. People started gathering, clapping, cheering. But all he heard was the soft voice of Emma running toward him, tears in her eyes. "You did it, Daddy. You saved her." Jake wrapped his arms around her, held her tight, and let the emotion spill free. All the guilt, the fear, the doubt, it melted in the warmth of that embrace. That night, a mechanic flew through a blizzard and defied the odds, not because he was fearless, but because he loved deeply. Sometimes, life gives us second chances, not with a plan, but with a storm. And when it does, the choice is simple: you either run from it, or you fly straight through. Jake chose to fly. And in doing so, he became the hero he never believed he was.